Hey guys, so I'm here to bring you a review for the last two chapters of Naruto. I know I'm a little bit behind, but I'm just gonna give you guys a brief overview of the last chapter and then this chapter. So what happens is it just picks up right after Sasuke gets warped into a different dimension, and we see Naruto trying to open it up with his hands, but we all know it's pretty much impossible. So fix the camera. So and then we see Naruto formulate some kind of plan against Kaguya since she's going to be using her space-time technique a lot. So he has good enough reflexes to dodge the technique, so it really doesn't work against him. And so Kaguya hides herself in another dimension and uses nature pretty much to fight against Naruto. So then we see Obito come back to life. He gets explained everything that's been happening up until this point, and they pretty much come up with a plan that they're going to use Naruto's and Sakura's chakra, Naruto's clone, and Sakura is Seal, to warp into Kaguya's dimension using Obito's space-time jutsu. And apparently it takes a lot of chakra, but it eventually ends up working. It's kind of weird. I feel like that's kind of just like a pull because it doesn't really make any sense to how we can just like sync with her dimension. But it's whatever, I guess. It works. And then we see Naruto trapped in the ice, and he says he's actually not really trapped, and he's waiting for her to get closer so he can spring out and actually, attack her with taijutsu. And then that's the chapter that ends. It goes into this week's chapter, where it starts up right where it leaves off again, and we see Naruto preparing for Kaguya coming into attack, and he figures out that the only thing you can use against her is taijutsu, and he says, I'm going to have to start using a lot of the old combinations I used from back in the day, which is really awesome because I really miss those days where he uses his shadow clones and comes up with like these Naruto Rengan or whatever, these combinations that he made pretty much copying Sasuke's. But he pretty much uses it against her. He uses, I believe it's the Six Tails Chakra or the Five Tails Chakra to create steam and get himself out of the ice. And then use his Kage Bushin Jutsu, where he creates a whole bunch of clones, and they all go after Kaguya. And they do a good job of creating an opening because Kaguya has to go to a different dimension in order to dodge Naruto. But Naruto slips into the dimension with her and follows her to where it looks like where Sasuke is, the same place. And she attacks Naruto. Her and Black Zetsu say that this Naruto is too quick and too troublesome to let live, so we need to just kill him right now. So at first it does look like she kills him with Kimimaru's technique. It looks like a bone ash type thing. And so it impales Naruto, but it ends up being a clone because she goes back to the ice world and Naruto's clones are all still there waiting for her. And my guess is that clone was the one that was with Obito, and he jumped up, snuck in with Kaguya, and also what that did was it made Kaguya go back to the ice dimension, while Obito, Sakura, and Kakashi are all in the dimension looking for Sasuke. So it was pretty much a diversion. It was a really good diversion. It worked really well, and it looks like Naruto's still alive, and he's going to hold his own against Kaguya until Sasuke and Naruto come back. And I wouldn't even be too surprised if Naruto's in really big trouble and right at the last minute Sasuke jumps in, saves Naruto, and maybe even mentions that scaredy cat line from part 1, which would be really cool. It'd really be nice for them to bring everything back around full circle. But that's pretty much about it. With these two chapters combined, I would give this probably like 8 out of 10. These are really good chapters. It's not moving slow at all. It's a really good pacing, so I can't be too mad about that. If you guys liked this video and like the video, make sure you leave your comments down in the comment section down below of what you thought of the chapter and the video. Subscribe to Nerd Swag. Until next time, you guys. Peace.